Hi, my name is Kags and I'm the founder of the Open Institute. In the last 2 years, the Open Institute has worked on several turnkey projects. At national level, we worked on such projects as the Kenya Open Data Initiative, which was the first on the continent, and we've worked with other countries such as Ghana and others. More recently, we've been much more concerned on the subnational level open data. So we've been working with counties which were created in Kenya by the new constitution since March 2013. In that time, we have learned some lessons that we'd like to share with you. First, we have learned that citizens have a voice, and if they are given a chance to use it and they feel that it will do any good for them to use it, well, they'll tell us a lot. But if they feel that even if they speak up, nothing's going to happen, no changes are going to be effected, well, they become jaded and they move on with their lives. The other thing that we learned is that citizens care a lot about data that has an impact or that is relevant to their everyday lives. Think about it. Citizens care about my road. They care about the hospital near me. They care about whether their children are getting the right books in class and that sort of thing. You'll find that they have much less understanding of 500 million shilling projects or large-scale projects that may be important in their lives, but they can't monitor those. They can't do anything with those. In one event, an old man asked us, how am I supposed to understand 1 billion shillings if I have never seen 1 million shillings? How do I know what 1 billion shillings can do if I don't have an understanding of what the scale of 1 million shillings could be? The other thing that we learned is that, well, data initiatives have the greatest impact when everyone is involved. You've got many stakeholders that work together in development. You've got government, you've got CSOs, you've got citizens, you've got community-based organizations, you've got the private sector that contributes greatly to development. All of these people must come together so that they can effect development, but development can only be achieved if all of these people are working in concert, when they're working in a concerted effort, when they're working together. One thing that we've also learned is that communities are different, and if they're different, then when you're creating a data ecosystem with all of these players, well, you must recognize the fact that not every community has the same needs, has the same priorities, has the same focus. We must then take the time to go right down to the ground and try and appreciate the needs and the priorities and even the focus areas of different communities. Some communities have great schools, others don't. Some communities don't have an issue with water and sanitation, but others have a far greater need. In some communities, business is a real driver. Trade is a real driver of how they can progress. In others, agriculture is the real thing. So if you took agriculture to a community that focuses more on trade, well, what will happen is that you'll spend a lot of money and a lot of effort and do very little. The fifth thing that we have learned is that we must break down the silos. As non-profits, we often work in the exact same places doing the exact same things. A case in point we found during the Buntwani of 2014, where we found a few organizations, about 3 or 4 organizations, that were working in the same counties doing the exact same thing. Now, our call is for all NGOs to come together, hold mini Buntwanis according to their interests, according to their preferences, and build action networks that can drive development in a much more sustainable way. In the case of the Buntwani 2014 group, when they started working together, there was a lot less wastage, there was a lot greater impact, and they were able to expand the scope of their programs. Finally, we found that open data initiatives have far greater impact at subnational level, but not just at county level. We feel that it must go even further down to ward level where the people are, because open data initiatives, open data projects, development projects are only as useful as where they meet the citizen directly And citizens don't live in countries, they don't live in provinces, they don't live in counties. Where they live is in villages and in estates and on streets. And if we can get right down to their communities and deal with them at their level, with what they care about, and deal with what they care about, we'll have far greater impact than ever before.